I'm 74 years old, and people are always asking me the same question. What's the one exercise you do every single day to stay strong? And my answer always surprises them, because it's not just one. It's a set of 5 carefully chosen movements that I repeat daily, movements that target strength, balance, mobility, and longevity. Today, I'm going to walk you through those 5 exercises and tell you exactly why they matter more after 60 than ever before. Let me start with a truth many seniors don't hear enough. You are not weak because you're old. You are weak because you stopped moving in the ways your body needs. The muscle loss, the stiffness, the feeling of imbalance or frailty, they aren't caused by age alone. They are caused by inactivity, by fear, by the idea that rest is safer than movement. But in reality, movement is medicine, and the only thing that keeps you out of a walker, off the couch, and out of the emergency room. Most seniors lose 3 to 5% of their muscle mass every decade after 50. It's called sarcopenia, and it doesn't just affect your arms and legs. It affects how fast you get tired, how well you maintain balance, and even how quickly you recover from illness. But the best part? You can reverse it. You can build muscle, real, strong, functional muscle, well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. You just need the right approach. Now, I want to be very clear. I'm not talking about going to the gym for 2 hours a day or lifting heavy weights like a bodybuilder. That's not necessary. What I teach my patients and what I do myself is a short, daily routine of 5 functional exercises that strengthen the major muscles that protect your spine, hips, and knees. Improve your balance and prevent falls. Keep your joints moving in safe. Natural ways increase circulation to the brain and organs. And most importantly, make daily life easier. Walking, climbing stairs, lifting groceries, getting up from a chair. You don't need fancy equipment. You don't need a trainer. You don't even need more than 15 to 20 minutes. What you need is consistency and a belief that strength isn't just for the young. Let me share a quick story. Walter, one of my patients, was 81 when he came to me after a minor fall in his garage. Nothing was broken, thank goodness, but he said something that stuck with me. "Doc, I'm not scared of dying. I'm scared of becoming useless." We started with 3 of the 5 exercises I'll share in this video. No weights, no machines, just body weight, careful form, and daily repetition. Within 6 weeks, Walter could get off the floor without help. He said, "I feel like a man again." Here's what you can expect from this video. I'll introduce each of the 5 exercises one by one. For each, I'll explain why it matters for seniors. I'll tell you how to do it properly at home. And I'll give you modifications for safety, comfort, or physical limitations. Whether you're 60, 74 like me, or in your 80s, these movements are adaptable to your level. If you're able to sit, stand, and move with basic assistance, you can do these exercises. And here's the best part. The results compound. A little effort each day builds strength, confidence, and energy over time. It's like adding drops into a well. Suddenly, one day, you realize you're full of life again. Before we begin the first exercise, let's address one of the most common myths. Isn't walking enough? Walking is wonderful, and I encourage you to keep doing it. It supports cardiovascular health and keeps your joints loose. But walking alone does not prevent muscle loss. It does not build the core strength needed to protect your spine. It doesn't stabilize your knees or prevent falls. It is a piece of the puzzle, but not the whole picture. To stay truly strong and independent, you need a complete movement pattern. That's what these 5 exercises provide. If I could only recommend one exercise to every senior in America, just one, it would be this, the sit to stand. You don't need a gym. You don't need a treadmill. You don't even need to get on the floor. All you need is a chair, because the sit to stand movement is the foundation of independence. the ability to get up from a chair without using your arms, and to do it confidently, without pain or wobbling, tells me more about your physical health than almost anything else. Let's break this down. As we age, the muscles in our thighs, quadriceps, hips, glutes, and core begin to shrink if we don't use them. These are the very muscles that help you get out of a chair, rise from a toilet, climb stairs, and catch yourself when you trip. When those muscles weaken, everything becomes harder and more dangerous. You stop trusting your legs. You start avoiding stairs. And over time, your mobility shrinks, and so does your world. That's why the sit to stand is so important. It's not just an exercise, it's a life test. Can you get up without use of your hands? Can you lower yourself down in control without flopping? If so, you're building strength. If not, this is exactly where we begin. Here's how to perform it correctly. Use a sturdy chair with a flat seat and no wheels. Position it against a wall to prevent slipping. Sit tall, feet flat on the floor, about hip width apart. Cross your arms over your chest or hold them out in front for balance. Lean forward slightly from the hips, not the waist. Push through your heels. Engage your thighs and rise to standing. Pause, then slowly sit back down in a controlled motion. Start with 5 to 8 repetitions. If that feels easy, go up to 10 to 15 reps. You can do this once or twice a day, after brushing your teeth, during TV commercials, or right before lunch. If you can't stand without using your hands yet, that's okay. Use your hands to assist, but focus on using your legs as much as possible. Over time, reduce the arm support until you are doing it on your own. Let me tell you about a patient named Judy. She was 79, living alone, and had stopped attending her weekly book club because she couldn't get out of the car without help. Her legs had grown too weak. We started with 6 sit-to-stands every morning and 6 more before dinner. Within 3 weeks, she could rise from the car seat without grabbing the door. She returned to her club, and she cried happy tears in my office. She told me, "Getting strong gave me my life back." This movement is deceptively simple, but incredibly powerful. It strengthens the same muscles used for standing up from the toilet, getting out of bed, climbing stairs, catching yourself when you stumble, walking with a more upright, confident posture. It also improves balance, reduces fall risk, and stimulates blood flow to the hips and knees, which is vital for joint health. And yes, it helps with things like bone density and circulation, especially when done regularly. Let's recap exercise number 1. The sit to stand is the single best functional strength move for seniors. Use a sturdy chair, focus on control, and engage your leg muscles. Start with 5 to 10 reps and increase gradually. Perform daily, ideally twice a day. Modify with arm support if needed, and reduce as you gain strength. If there's one fear I hear most from seniors, it's this: I'm scared of falling. And you should be, because falls are the #1 cause of injury and hospitalization in people over 65. But here's the good news. You can prevent most of them, not with canes or walkers, but by retraining your balance every single day. And the best way to do that is through a deceptively simple move called the heel-to-toe walk. As we age, our proprioception, the brain's awareness of our body in space, begins to decline. This is why many seniors feel off balance even when standing still. Combine that with weaker leg muscles, slower reaction time, and poor ankle stability, and the risk of falling skyrockets. But just like strength, balance is a skill, and skills can be trained. The heel-to-toe walk is one of the most effective ways to improve coordination, stability, and gait control. And it only takes 2 to 3 minutes a day to begin making a difference. You don't need a balance board or a physical therapist. You just need your hallway. Here's how to do it. Stand near a wall or kitchen counter for safety. Place your right foot directly in front of your left, so that your heel touches the toes of your back foot. Keep your arms out slightly for balance. Step forward slowly, placing the left heel in front of the right toes. Walk 10 to 15 slow, focused steps in a straight line. Then turn carefully and walk back the same way. Focus on control, not speed. Your goal is to stay centered and steady with each step. If you need extra support, rest your hand lightly on the wall as you walk. Over time, aim to do this twice daily, increasing the number of steps or removing support when ready. Let me tell you about Bernard, 80, who had 2 near falls in his garden. He was strong, lifted weights twice a week, but still felt unstable walking on uneven ground. We added the heel-to-toe walk to his daily routine. In just 2 weeks, his stride became smoother. He could stand on one leg longer. He said, "I feel more in control, like my feet finally listen to my brain again." That's exactly what this does. It retrains the connection between your brain and your feet, improves reaction time, and strengthens the tiny stabilizing muscles in your hips and ankles that you didn't even know existed. This exercise also boosts confidence while walking in crowds or uneven areas, ability to turn without wobbling, posture and stride length, safety when reaching or bending down, and perhaps most importantly, it restores trust in your body, which is the foundation of aging with dignity. Now let's talk about a part of the body that gets almost no attention until something goes wrong. I'm talking about your core. Most people think the core is just about having abs or doing sit-ups. But for seniors, your core is the lifeline for your posture, your back health, and your ability to move safely and powerfully. That's why the third exercise in my daily routine is the seated core march. It's gentle, safe, and can be done by anyone, whether you're 60, 74 like me, or even in your 90s. Let's begin by understanding what your core actually is. It's not just your stomach. Your core includes the muscles deep in your abdomen, lower back, hips, and even parts of your pelvis. These muscles stabilize your spine, support your balance, and help you perform nearly every movement in life, from getting out of bed to standing upright, to reaching for a jar on the top shelf. As we age, the core weakens, often without us realizing it. We start leaning forward, losing height, developing back pain, or shuffling instead of walking confidently. And unfortunately, most seniors avoid core work because they assume it involves lying on the floor or doing painful crunches. That's why I love this movement, the seated core march, because you do it sitting in a chair, but it targets every muscle that matters. Here's how to do it. Sit tall in a sturdy armless chair with your feet flat and knees bent. Place your hands on your thighs or cross your arms in front of your chest. Keep your chest lifted and back straight. Engage your core. Imagine gently pulling your belly button toward your spine. Slowly lift your right knee up, about 6 to 10 inches, then lower it back down. Repeat with the left leg. Continue alternating legs, as if you're marching in place. Start with 10 to 12 lifts per leg, and aim to do 2 sets. You'll feel your lower abdominal muscles working, and possibly even your thighs and hip flexors. That's a good sign. It means you're waking up muscles that haven't been challenged in a long time. This movement is ideal for anyone who has lower back pain or stiffness, struggles with upright posture, wants to improve pelvic strength, which also helps with bladder control, needs a safe way to strengthen the spine without lying on the floor. You can also modify this by placing your hands lightly on your core and feeling the muscles tighten as you lift each leg. With consistency, this improves not just strength, but neuromuscular control, the connection between your brain and your midsection. Let me tell you about Barbara, age 82. She'd been using a walker for several years and felt her posture worsening. She described feeling like her middle was collapsing. We began with this core march, just 8 reps per leg. Within 3 weeks, she noticed her back didn't ache as much, and she felt taller while walking. She told me, "I finally feel like my spine is holding me up, not folding me down. That's the power of your core. It's not about vanity. It's about structural strength. When your core is strong, your balance improves, your pain decreases, and your confidence grows. You've made it this far with me, and I hope by now you realize strength is not lost with age. It's rebuilt through daily intention. The last 2 exercises in my daily routine are designed to strengthen the upper body and reinforce functional movement that supports independence, posture, and joint health. These are easy, require zero equipment, and will round out your routine beautifully. Let's begin with exercise number 4, wall push-ups. Most seniors lose strength in their arms, shoulders, and chest, not because they can't build it, but because they're afraid to try. Traditional floor push-ups can be intimidating, unsafe, or simply impractical. That's why wall push-ups are perfect. Here's how to do them. Stand about 2 feet from a blank wall. Place your hands shoulder-width apart, flat on the wall, at shoulder height. Keep your body straight from head to toe. Don't bend at the hips. Slowly lower your chest toward the wall while inhaling. Push back out while exhaling. Start with 8 to 10 reps, gradually increasing to 15 as strength improves. This exercise strengthens the chest, shoulders, triceps, and upper back, all vital for lifting, pushing, and holding yourself upright. It also trains the muscles that help prevent slouching and supports breathing efficiency. Now, exercise number 5, step-ups. A strong lower body is your best defense against falls, fatigue, and dependency. Step-ups mimic the real-world act of climbing stairs or getting into a car, and strengthen the quads, hamstrings, and glutes all at once. Here's how to do them. Use a stair, curb, or low step. Hold on to a railing or wall for safety. Step up with your right foot. Bring the left foot up to meet it. Step down slowly. Right foot first. Repeat 10 times per leg. If you can't use stairs yet, start with a single step and progress slowly. If step-ups feel too intense, even repeated toe raises at the counter can be a helpful substitute. With these final 2 exercises, your daily strength plan is complete. Sit to stand for leg power and independence. Heel to toe walk for balance and fall prevention. Seated core march for posture and spine support. Wall push-ups for upper body strength. Step-ups for real-world mobility and endurance. This is the same routine I follow, and the same one I teach to my patients, many of whom are in their 80s and still strong, sharp, and independent. It doesn't take hours. It doesn't require fancy tools. It just takes commitment. Let me close with this. Aging doesn't mean giving up your strength. It means redefining it. You don't need to run marathons. You just need to move with purpose every day. Because every time you stand tall, step forward, or choose to move when others stay still, you're telling the world, I'm not done yet. I am just getting stronger. If this message resonated with you, if you're ready to take back your strength, then I want you to do 3 things right now. Leave a comment below. I'm starting today. Let me know which exercise felt most helpful or where you're beginning from. I read every single one. Click the like button. It helps more seniors like you find this video and get stronger too. Subscribe for weekly tips from me, Dr. Margaret Wells. Together we'll walk and grow, stronger with every step. You're never too old to feel strong again. You just need to start. Ready?